Hello, Kylie. Are you there? It's been so long since we last spoke to each other. I was just wanting to talk to you about something before I get super busy over here. You're coming to my wedding ceremony that's going to be happening soon, right? I was wondering if you had received my wedding invitation yet.
Wow, I'm sorry. What did you just say? Getting married soon? I never thought that I would ever get an invitation from you in my entire lifetime, Monica.
Yeah, I don't plan on going to the high school reunion because I'm getting married instead. You'll be there, right? I've decided to have my wedding this year. I'm really wanting you to come to this as you mean the world to me and everything. We're still best friends, right? Nothing can tear us apart, yeah?
Of course we're really close. Monica, I would love to be at your wedding ceremony and the reception as well. When do you plan on having it? Have you set a date?
Yes, about the date. The wedding is going to be on December 24th, so Christmas Eve. I'm going to have the most magical Christmas wedding ever.
Oh, really? You're doing it then? Oh my God, Monica, I'm so sorry. I don't think I'll be able to make it because I've got a business trip that I need to take just before the holidays to New York.
Huh? What the heck are you even talking about? Are you seriously having to work around Christmas time? But it's Christmas! You're supposed to be with friends and family at that time.
I know. And my company are so bad when it comes to giving everyone the holidays off, but we've gotten so busy here with more clients coming in and things like that. My work is so organized this year in terms of thinking ahead, so they've got me doing a bunch of work trips towards the end of the year. I'm really sorry.
Ugh. Why don't you just come out and say that you just don't want to go to my wedding? You're so horrible! Of course you don't want to go to a wedding of someone who stole your boyfriend. Are you seriously still angry about the things I did? You know that all of that happened over 10 years ago now, Kylie. Why haven't you let it go? I just don't get you, Kylie. I thought you would have been over it by now. You hold grudges for too long. I thought that maybe you would have forgiven me, but I guess not.
Well, you did turn around and say to me that I'm such a crybaby just because I got close with your boyfriend and that you didn't want to be friends with me anymore. Do you really not remember what you said to me back then? You were even laughing the entire time you were telling me what you did, didn't you, Monica?
Huh? What the heck are you even talking about? Do you really think that I said something like that to you? That's outrageous. I'm not that mean, surely.
Don't deny what I'm trying to tell you. Even now, I remember everything you said so clearly. After that, I never spoke to you again for the rest of our high school days. But if we're really going to talk about this, then I'll be honest with you. I've moved on from that part of my life, so no, I don't hold much of a grudge anymore about it.
Well, since you don't anymore, how come you don't want to come to my wedding? You're actually going to choose your stupid business trip over your best friend? Is work worth more to you than our friendship? That's so mean, Kylie. I thought what we have was a really good friendship. You're my best friend and I want you to be there to give a speech for me.
Oh my God, really? You actually want me to make a toast at your wedding reception? Seriously? That seems like such a huge responsibility.
It's because we've been friends for so many years and we've been through thick and thin with each other. Please, just make the effort to come and see me walk down the aisle.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, Monica. Okay, I'm sure there's some way that I can actually come to your wedding and not miss out on doing the speech for you.
Oh my God, are you being serious now? You're actually going to come to my wedding? You're not messing with me, are you? Because that would be such a mean joke.
Of course I'll come. I'll just have to ask my bosses at the company to try and switch the business trips around. Or make it after Christmas or something like that.
This is fantastic. Oh my God, you're coming to my wedding. Thank you so much. I'll make it worth you changing your schedule. I'm glad you're going to put me before your work. Of course, that goes to show how much of an awesome best friend you are, Kylie. Okay, I'll make sure that you get the most special invitation in the mail shortly, instead of the lame ones. See you then.
The heck is going on here, Kylie? The business trip scheduled for December is canceled? Did you anger our important client in New York?
Oh, I'm really sorry, Mr. Lloyd. Actually, it turns out that the business trip can be done online, so I canceled the trip. I hope that it was okay to do that instead. It's just easier.
Ah, okay. I see what you mean. But still, but out of the blue as we've been paying you to go. So it'll be a video conference like Zoom to discuss with them, right?
Yes, it's not just this time. We'll be using Zoom for future meetings too. The truth is, I wanted to rearrange the business trip for personal reasons. When I contacted them, they said it was okay not to push it and actually suggested switching to online meetings. They felt it was a hassle to have to come all the way for just a meeting.
The heck, Kylie? How could you do this? This is ridiculous. This would have been a good excuse to go to the East Coast of the country for me.
The meeting content is perfectly fine over video conference, and when I checked with the department head, he said it would save cost. So from now on, there will be no more business trips.
Are you kidding me? Does that mean that I won't have any reason to go to New York anymore? This is unbelievable. I was really looking forward to it. I was looking forward to enjoying delicious food and hanging out with cute girls, while using the business trip as an excuse to escape boring work.
Mr. Lloyd, I don't get what you mean by what you're saying. What do you think a business trip is? It's to work, yes, not party, sir. That shouldn't be what we do.
Shut up! You really erased my important work plans. I had to desperately promote the importance of my work to keep the New York trip. You're my junior, and yet you went and did something unnecessary. As punishment, you can compile the documents instead of me. I'm definitely not doing anything since you decided to turn around and do this to me. Just because your sales performance was a bit better this month, don't get cocky. I've got work that the department head asked me to handle, and I'm dumping it all on you.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? First of all, you can't talk to me like that even if I'm a level below you. And second, New York was never going to be an excuse for a holiday. That's not fair. I already have a ton of work thrown at me by you. Besides, the Koishu project was really your responsibility, wasn't it? I only took it on because you insisted.
Shut up! I don't want to throw it at you. I had a prior commitment that day, which is why I handed it over to you. I never expected that the trip itself would be cancelled. If I had known it would end up like this, I shouldn't have entrusted it to you. Okay, it's already time to go home, so I'm leaving. I left the documents the department had asked for on your desk, so I'm counting on you for the rest.
Wait a minute. I never said I would take it on. No way. I can't wait. There's other things that I need to get done. You can't do this to me right now, Mr. Lloyd.
My wife is demanding. I come home quickly because our baby was born. Unlike you, a single guy being a dad is tough. So yes, you'll do the work while I go home.
In saying that, Mr. Lloyd, are you really planning to go drinking with that receptionist? I saw you trying to flirt with her during lunch. You're not very subtle.
You shouldn't sweat the small stuff like that. That's why you can't get a boyfriend, you know. Work is about cutting corners when necessary. Have a nice night.
Mr. Lloyd, you can't keep doing this to me or to other people in the office. You need to do work as well. You've clearly cut corners way too much. Hey, Monica, are you there? I've been trying to get a hold of you for the past few minutes now. For some weird reason, there's no seat for me at the ceremony. Could you please check with the staff about this?
Oh, wait. You're actually here now? You know what, Kylie? I'm so sorry that it's come to this. You're no longer needed today, so you can go home now.
Hold on a second. What on earth did you say to me? What do you mean that you don't need me today? You said that I was invited to your wedding, was I not?
Well, there's no seat reserved for you at the ceremony. A woman who's no longer needed is just a nuisance and going to be in the way of everyone. Look, the venue has already reached full capacity, and if we let you in, it wouldn't be a good look in terms of health and safety and such.
Excuse me? What the heck are you doing here, Monica? I'm no longer needed? You're the one who invited me, remember? You wanted to make up, but you turned me away like this? What's your deal, Monica?
To be honest, I just wanted to post about making up on social media, okay? So when I got a reply saying that you would attend, I was already done with you. Your role is over.
Are you kidding me right now? You literally use me to update your social media and get as many likes as possible on your post? I don't understand this at all, Monica. It doesn't surprise me that you did something like that and posted it for everyone to see. You always used to do that kind of thing at high school.
I don't expect you to understand since you know nothing about social media. I've been putting a lot of effort into my profiles. Thanks to the post I did about us, I'm now an influencer with tens of thousands of followers. But recently, I've been running out of things to post, so I need to do something about that. So I had an idea. I thought it would be fun to post about how I made up with my childhood friend after years of feuding. As I expected, the post went viral. Everyone was commenting how brave I was to reach out to you, and they were all congratulating me. I really love all the praise I'm getting. And of course, since I'm good with words, I posted it and started to get so many likes and comments. It's great. My ratings and followers have skyrocketed. You're just so mad about me stealing your boyfriend back in high school, aren't you? Why won't you let it go, huh? It's very annoying, actually.
So is this the whole reason why you sent me an invitation in the first place? So you're really telling me that you didn't want to make up with me at all? We're not friends?
Wasn't I being obvious enough for you, Kylie? You're so stupid to fall for that. To be honest, making amends with someone is actually kind of boring. Why should I make amends with some stupid loser like you when you held such a grudge over me for years, huh? I was never intending for us to still be friends.
I really can't believe what you're saying right now. Do you know how stupid and awful you're being right now? How could you be so cruel and use me like this?
Well, all you are, Kylie, is a complete and utter loser who lost their man to me. On top of that, you're an idiot who still holds a grudge about something that happened in high school. You're a loser.
How can you do something so horrible to someone who actually did used to be great friends with you until you did all these horrible things? You've twisted the whole story. I thought that you were actually sincerely my best friend and that we're close, and now you're turning around and doing this? But this has all been a huge lie, hasn't it?
I guess you can call it that if you're going to overthink every single thing I said to you. You should have gotten my hints from the beginning. So please, go home early, all right? I hate to say this, but there were no seats for losers from the very start. Only my real friends are invited to my wedding today, okay? We'll have lots of fun.
But don't you see? I'm the only one who came to the ceremony today. I think I'm literally the only person here that's actually trying to support you. Did you think about that?
I'm sorry, but just hold a minute there, Kylie. What on earth are you even talking about? What do you mean that you're the only one at the venue? You're talking crap.
Well, I've got no reason to lie about this, Monica. I'm telling you right now that you've got zero true friends. I was the only person on the bus for the attendees from the airport. As I expected, when I arrived at the wedding venue, none of and your friends and none of the groom's friends were there. Like I said, you've got zero real friends. I think most of the guests decided to not come for some reason or another. It's kind of crazy that not a single guest thought it would be good to RSVP to this wedding.
Okay, now hold on a minute. Are you seriously kidding me right now? Is this some kind of sick joke? There's actually no one sitting waiting for us in the wedding hall?
Maybe you can start to think of why no one's actually here for you or your groom. Monica, the groom's friends had told him in advance that they decided they wouldn't be going.
What? I didn't think they had the guts to do that. Did those stupid people really just cancel on us at the last minute? This is unbelievable. They've got some nerve. But how on earth do you know this?
Yes. I even contacted the bride's guest about what was going on. I was so disappointed with the groom's lack of money that they decided to cancel. So I guess the wedding will be ruined, so you should be aware of that. But just continue with the wedding even though all the seats will be empty. Honestly, you two are the worst.
Are you actually seriously kidding me right now? How could you do this to me and my groom? So you think it would be funny to tell my guests not to come?
Hey, all I was doing was to reduce the trouble that would be caused because of this wedding. I wanted to minimize the damage caused by the cancellations. The groom's friends are actually very kind and considerate people, and they just want their money. Because of that, they decided to cancel at the last minute.
How dare they do something like this to us? We've done so much for those stupid people, and they should be here. Ugh, this is so frustrating, and this is all your fault.
Excuse me? How was any of this my fault? If all of this was going to get ruined by your attitudes, there was no need for the guests to come to this anyway. That's what your friends were saying. Also, on top of that, your friends also started saying the same thing, one person after the other.
What the heck are you even talking about? How could you seriously have known all of this was happening and not tell me? Are you getting back at me or something?
Hey, I'm telling you now that I had no idea of any of this. Not only the groom, but you are also in a ton of debt, aren't you, Monica? In a way, you are the perfect couple.
Whoa now. Just hold on a minute there, Kylie. I don't owe my friends that much money at all. Neither of us do. I literally borrowed some money just so I could buy some juice. It's really impossible to cancel at the last minute for something as small as that. I can't believe they would turn on me like this. How dare they do this without saying anything to me?
Well, I can understand why they did, and I honestly think you're not telling the whole truth here. That one-time amount that you mentioned might not be a big deal in your eyes, But if you keep asking for money and it starts to build up over time, and it turns into a decent amount of money that you owe, like you were back then, that kind of sneaky thing that you've been doing recently was something that you used to do back in the day, when we used to hang out as teenagers. You haven't changed. You would borrow the bare minimum amount of money without being turned down, and then not pay it back at all. You were being so stingy. I've been lending you money since we were kids. You've never paid me back for anything that I've paid for you, Monica. Have you forgotten that I've been calculating everything you've not paid for me since you broke off our friendship? I made a note of the amount that I lent you, which came to a total of about $3,000. When we ended our friendship, did you know what I made you do? You scraped together all of the New Year's money that you earned from your family and all the pocket money that you earned and somehow paid me in full.
Well, of course I remember doing that, but I only did that back then because I had no intention of making up with you ever again. Stop screwing things up for me.
Once I'm gone, you'll do the same thing to another friend and so on until you end up with so much debt. This is the result, Monica. Even if it's not a huge amount each time, altogether you owe a considerate amount of money.
But it's not something that would make people cancel their invitations to my own wedding day. It makes no sense. How dare they? This is definitely going too far.
Well, it's up to the people who are being trampled to decide that, not me. It's not up to you to make them come. You decided to borrow money and never pay it back. Also, I think that you should ask the groom again about the amount of debt he's in so that you can all start giving it back to the people who actually are very generous towards horrible people. I heard something from the groom's friend that the moment he owes all his friends is a pretty big deal. You're both adults and you should know better than to use people like this.
Wait, what are you talking about? But none of this makes any sense to me. He's only borrowed about $1,000 from each person, so I don't know why it's a big deal.
You know what I'm going to do, Monica? I'll send you a memo summarizing everyone's bill now, and then you'll see how bad the situation is. You'll be in shock to hear it, I bet. You probably won't be able to have a wedding anyway, so take your time and discuss this with the groom, all right? I'll go home now.
What? Why? What the heck is going on here? You need to explain everything to me right now. What's going on here? What's actually the problem with my husband?
He may be in a huge amount of debt, but he's also lying to you about what kind of life he has. You do know that he's already married and has a child, right?
He has kids? That's a lie. There's no way he's married. He told me that he was single. How can this be? Oh my God, everything is completely ruined. After all, he proposed to me and is planning to marry me now. I don't understand. Is he seriously living a double life right now? How can he be two-timing and have a whole other family out there?
I understand how you feel, and I get that it's hard to believe, but this is the truth. I found out on the invitation because his name matched to my superior. It's kind of crazy, but it's definitely true. I've even given him a congratulatory gift for getting married before. Just the other day, I gave him a gift for his newborn baby, and then all of a sudden he's on your invitation. It didn't add up.
So it's a lie, a total lie. It has to be a lie, otherwise this is just ridiculous. I can't believe this. Why would someone do something like this to me for? How dare he? How could you ruin my day too?
I wasn't intentionally doing that at all, Monica. Well then, you'll be dealing with a canceled wedding on Christmas, and you found out your fiancé's already married. It's going to be tough for you, but hang in there.
Are you kidding me? I heard you invited your wife to the ceremony. What are you going to do about this? It's a huge mess because of you, you stupid woman.
Congratulations on your marriage, even though you have a wife, Mr. Lloyd. I can't believe that you'd do something like this to your family.
Are you trying to make a fool out of me? Damn it. If I hadn't known that you were Monica's friend, we wouldn't have gotten caught at all. My inferiors always ruin everything.
I'm shocked too. Who would have thought that my friend's fiancé would be my senior? Plus, if you're having a wedding, does that mean you're seriously dating?
No way! Monica's just a fling. I have a loving wife and kids, but she kept asking to get married, so I had no choice but to hold a ceremony to cover it up. I planned to break up with her at a suitable time. I never expected my wife would find out now. How do you even have my wife's contact details in the first place? Have you been stalking me or something?
Didn't I just give you a gift for the baby? After that, she sent half of it back with a letter that had her contact info. She said, if you don't mind, let's exchange contact information. It seems like she's been suffering from your cheating for a long time. She thinks things will settle down now that you have a child, but she asked me to help if anything happens. So I saved her contact info. Wow, I never thought I'd actually have to help her. I've already passed along all the information I had about your affair with Monica. Oh, as well as that, I gave her more details about your recent workdays and Sundays off that she seemed curious about. Now she knows how you really treat people.
You've got to be kidding! Why are you sending my personal information without asking? You're quite the efficient and skilled junior, aren't you?
I suppose I am. Your wife complimented me on that. Now go and have a nice chat with her. I'm sure she's got a lot to say to you, Mr. Lloyd.
Seriously, what the hell? At times like this, juniors should help their seniors. Do you have any idea how much I've helped you at the company? I could have fired you, you know.
Yeah, but I know you won't, Mr. Lloyd. Now that I found out about this, I don't remember being helped by you, though. Sure, you've dumped a lot of work on me, but have you ever done anything to actually help me? Well, you might have served as a good example of what not to be in the workplace. Thanks for being a great role model of how not to act as an adult.
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm your superior and I outrank you. You're not to say anything more to anyone, otherwise you'll never work in this town ever again. Damn it! Are you serious? Is this how you treat your senior? You think that you're going to get away with this? Can't you just back off and stay out of my business for once?
This has got to be the worst thing to ever happen to me. Why didn't you tell me sooner that he's married? Because of that, I was embarrassed yesterday.
Even if you say that, I only found out on the day itself. How was I supposed to know what was going to happen? You're better off without him, just saying.
Still, there are better ways to communicate this. You should have contacted his wife without asking. Suddenly she shows up and my parents nearly fainted.
I wanted to find the right timing, but I only had the choice to either stand or leave, so I had to do what I had to do. Just think what he's done, Monica. He's being such an idiot when it comes to money and what he owes to everyone, and he can't get away with two-timing women. It's not fair on you or his wife.
Don't mess with me. Are you trying to say it's my fault? You've always been so frustrating. You're always getting in my way. I don't want to have to ever see you again. You've ruined my wedding.
Should we just stop being friends then? I'm hurt too, you know. I never thought you disliked me this much. I always thought we had a good friendship. And by the way, I'm not the one who's ruined your wedding. I just made things move along faster in terms of finding out. You've been so horrible to me throughout this entire process. You're the one who insisted that I come to your wedding and ditch my business trip. Then you said you wanted me to say a speech at the wedding, and then you turn around on the day that I have no seat? What's with that, Monica? Do you really think you can just use me like this to make yourself look good on social media? You're literally the worst friend I've had to deal with in my life. I don't need this type of toxicity from anyone anymore. I want to live my life right, and that's what I try to do today. I try to do what is right for everyone.
Are you trying to tell me that I deserved what I got today? The man I thought was in love with me had a double life. Everyone should be feeling sorry for me.
Well, I don't, because you've been treating me like crap. I did what was needed, and now I'm wanting you out of my life and away from me. Stop whining and get over it, like you told me all those years ago. After that whole drama, Monica found out that Mr. Lloyd was indeed married and had his own wife and children across town. No compensation was sought after from his wife, as nothing was known by either party, but it seems the even bigger shock was that Monica lost a really good friend in the process. She's been whining and moaning about how she's lost all her friends and that Mr. Lloyd is the only person she has left by her side, and she told him to get a divorce and to be with her. She made such a huge fuss over it. Even though his wife had forgiven him, she later found out that he was still in contact with Monica and they were talking to each other still. In the end, he was asked to pay compensation to his wife for causing her so much distress and having to look after the baby all the time. So, Kylie Sr. finally got a divorce, and she heard that he ended up losing all of his assets due to the alimony he owed. That included child support and property division. The company heard about all of this, and they did an investigation into Mr. Lloyd. He was demoted for using travel expenses in a wrong manner and was being problematic. Kylie was then promoted to his position in the company.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.